happened to the video in the editing process, but I'm missing a portion. Basically, CJ was asking me if the main character was white or black, and Mariana, the protagonist of May, is a white woman, girl. And that's what I was clearing up in the beginning of this video. So that's the first question that starts with this video. There's no clip of him actually asking it because somehow I must have chopped it while editing. Anywho, the pictures you're looking at are just a little bit of chapter art I've been playing around with. Enjoy. Thank you.
Oh, okay, that's iconic. Because I was like, okay, so she's like a light-skinned biracial woman. Mm-mm. I honestly thought she was. I did not know she was white. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So yeah, but that's good.
That might shift some ideology there, but yeah. So well, some insight there. But yeah, so she's white. Her family's white. Her love interest is white. His family is white. The people in the circuit work for are white, but the people in the circuit are black. The people in the Oaks are black. Yeah.
Okay, so what made you want to write from a white woman's perspective on that, I guess?
So again, and that's kind of weird. So like, I didn't think of it so much as writing from a white woman's perspective in my head, at least. It just sort of inched back its way backwards from, I guess it's really not a spoiler for any of this, because it doesn't. So the story I started with in my brain, for some reason, I was like, I was writing some story and it was in more current time, and I was like, they have a white grandma. And so I just decided that. And then, so when I backtracked through everything, which she would be the great grandmother to that line. That's not important. You wouldn't know. But when I backtracked through everything, the person was white. And then I just I'm interested in race and the relationship, and I don't know, it just fit. And so she's the person that I chose to write for, and she happens to be white because that's who she is in my brain. So that's it, really. There's no profound reason for me. I just had to do it that way.
Of course, that's great. That's honestly fantastic. Okay.
Thank you. And so now, actually, the little question for you, knowing that how the race works, does that change any insight on anything? If you're reading it from a different...
Yeah. No, now that I read it, and now that I know she's white, I know now how everything makes sense. How certain dots connect and everything. Her role to do everything like that.
Right.
So, but hey, I love it. I can't wait for the whole family. All right. Now, I love how you ended the book. I love a good open-ended book. What made you decide to go with the open ending?
The open ending is really because, like I said, it's not over. So, I cut it, 2 reasons. I cut it off in an open way because I intend to continue the story. So it doesn't, there's no end yet, at least not in sight. So it's open for that reason, because it's not over. But also, I originally had a different ending in mind, and it's, it was a little more stressful, a little sadder. But to me, that was okay because the ending was open and we were going to move on. But apparently I tend to write things that end or are sad. That's what my grandma told me. So I decided that for her and for everyone, just to prove that I could, I would leave it not sad. So I tried to leave it happy, and I tried to leave it open. So there's hope, there's change, there's not sadness in my ending, and I figured that was a good way to go. I see your question.
Okay. And I see, and reading the book from beginning to end, with Maria, with her last words or her last saying, she grew a lot deep, and she could grow any more throughout the whole series. as a whole? Because she already seemed pretty sophisticated.
Yes, so she does grow a lot. There are points in the middle of this story that I think she does show a little naivety or just sort of a lack of, I don't want to say people skills, because she's good with people, but there are things that just kind of fly over her head. But she gets better at that. She does grow and change, and I think some changes are for the best and some maybe aren't, because so far, she begins very outspoken, I think I would say very sure of herself. If nothing else, she's for the most of the book she's sure of herself. By the end, and changing and growing, because she does age about 6 years over the whole time. I think some things that she was strong on, she's more insecure about, and some things that she probably needed to learn, she's learned. So she will shift in different ways, because we all do. And I think she'll take some losses and she'll take some gains as the stories go on.
Explain some of the most important relationships in this book that Mariana has. Like, which ones to you shaped her more as a person?
Okay, so her relationship with Elizabeth is obviously one of the most, if not the most important relationship that she has throughout the whole book. Okay, but it's one of the most important relationships because she's the first real solid friendship she's ever had that is based on, I've gotten love from my sister, hi Angel, but it's one of her it is the most important female relationship she's ever had. First of all, like she doesn't have any friends at home that are girls her age anyway. So and Elizabeth is a little younger, so not only does it show is it her first friendship, but it's also kind of pushed her into a role of like a big sister and a nurturer. So I think that relationship is very important because it sort of showed her, she's learning how to care for not only herself and and be a little safer in how she cares for herself, but caring for other people. And I think it sort of exposes, because I don't know, when the book starts, it's kind of ambiguous to whether or not, like, she's a friendly enough person, but her kindness is kind of devalued by her parents. But I think it's very much evident once you see her interact with Elizabeth. Like, she's a very warm soul. And so I think it's important. I feel like that they brought that out of her. And then the next important relationship, of course, would be John, because he's her love interest, and they kind of grow together. It's kind of like her escort from, teenage to a full-grown, blossoming woman with this man at her side. It's a very important relationship because it is. And then Joseph, which is John's best friend, I think their relationship is less visible. It's more low-key, but I think it's important because I don't know if this comes across to maybe you as a reader. I hope so. But Joe is quiet and very, calm, whereas she's not. But he also listens to her in a way that a lot of men don't. But he does, because he's just Joe is like a human scale. He's very reasonable and very even. And so he listens. And so I think it provides her this balance, because either she is too much or doesn't know if she's on the right track. And I feel like having a friend like that who's just like, hey, I think you're right, is pretty good. Or I think that's wrong. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, that's cool. All right, so random question. What job would you have Mariana working? Like, if she was working and doing like a professional job, what do you think she would be doing?
Other than the circuit, which she can
Yeah.
do. She can clean. She can cook. Well, she can clean. She can cook a little. If she could do something else that was not cleaning, I think Mariana would like to. She would probably like to be an event planner. Like she likes to. She finds out she likes to run things. And she likes events and she likes parties. She's always liked parties. So if she could make that like just the thing she does, then I think she'd be into that.
Oh, that sounds cool. Well, those are all the questions I have for the moment until we can do our face-to-face interview and put it up.
All right.
So thank you so much, Kelli.
Thank you, CJ.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna try to watch the live because my signal will be active right now, but I'm gonna get on and try to watch it.
All right. Have a good day.
All right. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Alrighty, so that was CJ, and he asked some pretty cool questions. I'm happy. And so let's see if you guys have. Alright, guys, actually that's a wrap. The full video, like uncut problems and all, is on my Facebook fan page. It's gonna remain there because I filmed it live there, and so that's where it is. But that's the end of the video. If you have any questions, you can throw them down here in the comment section. I really hope you all enjoyed the interview. I hope you all check out my book. I hope you enjoy the book. I hope you tell your friends about the book, and I hope you write a review and rate the book. But yeah, just hope you all enjoyed. All right, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.
Actually, guys, that's a wrap. Like I said, the video editing is a little wonky. I'm still learning. The full video is on my Facebook fan. Y'all hear that? I'm not crazy. I know y'all heard that. But the full